Good morning, Philadelphia Eagles fans, and good morning, NFL fans, to Week 8 of the 2017 football season, where this week our Eagles play the second of 3 home games, inviting the San Francisco 49ers to Lincoln Financial Field at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Now, our Philadelphia Eagles are 6-1. One loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, Week 2. And outside of that, have played very good football this entire season, week in and week out. We've made little mistakes. We've had to deal with injuries. We've made adjustments, and we've won football games. And now that level of expectation is growing and growing and growing every single week. And me personally, I like it, but I also know the value of not getting caught up in all the hype, because we're not having conversations that we didn't think that we were going to have, like the majority of people were not having at the beginning of the season. We're having conversations now, like people are having conversations about who the Eagles are going to lose to in the NFC Championship game. Really? Like, these are from the same people that ranked us so low at the beginning of the season. Like, you get to a place that who really cares what they have to say? Like, really, who really cares what these experts have to say? If you look, and just speaking as an Eagles fan, I love it. If you look as an Eagles fan, look at all the things that to say that we can't, and look at what we're doing this season so far. We're running the football effectively. We're dealing with injuries to offensive line and middle linebackers and cornerbacks effectively. We have a quarterback that's leading the league in touchdown passes. We have a coach that's making adjustments and not having issues with time management. And we have a team that is winning the most in the NFL. So forget about all the hearsay. Let's talk about the facts and where we're actually sitting and what we've been actually doing this entire season. And that's extremely encouraging. Just to look at the facts and realize the facts are actually on our side now. And I know, as a city, as a fan base, as an organization, we've gone through lots of pain dealing with Andy Reid, which I personally think that he was a great coach for us. But like in a span of like 9 or 10 years, he went to 5 NFC Championship games, lost 4, won 1, then lost in the Super Bowl. And it seems like as a fan base, we're having a hard time digesting the fact that we might be getting to a place that we're to contend to win the whole thing annually with this coaching staff and with this quarterback and with these players, no matter who lines up. And that's a great place to be. It's scary, it's dangerous, yeah, if we fall on our face, but we can't think like that. We can't think every week is going to be a trap game. This week, we invite in San Francisco, and really, they really don't have much to worry about, right? Like even Carlos Hyde, like there's people that very much like this guy. I respect his run. He's not an easy guy to bring down. He can run the football, he can pass protect, and he can catch out of the backfield. And one of the reasons why I believe his numbers are down, because he's averaging about 61 yards a game and he has 4 total touchdowns. But if you look at the offense that he's in, either you have a veteran quarterback that's really not a threat, or you have a rookie quarterback that really both quarterbacks, he can stack the box against him and force that quarterback to beat you with his arm. And so far, that team hasn't. I mean, this is the 3rd team this season that we've played that at the time that we've played them, they had no wins. That being the Giants, the Chargers, and now San Francisco. Does that mean that we're supposed to take them lightly? No, because there are some things that you can say that's in their favor. I'll give you 3 things. Carlos Hyde, like it's strictly going to be a running game, and it's because of reason number 2, but it's pretty much going to be a running attack against each other all game. And that kind of plays in San Francisco's favor in some aspects. Because, reason number two, the weather. It's supposed to be rainy and stormy and not conducive to passing, which is something that we've done very well in the last few weeks, with Carson Wentz throwing for 4 touchdowns a game, or at least 3. So those weaknesses that San Francisco has in the secondary is actually helped by the weather. Okay. Then, yes, once again, we're playing a team that pretty much has nothing to lose. Actually, if they win, they might lose out on a draft pick. That might be really high for them to get a quarterback of the future. And then, I guess this is number 4, if you want to say it this way, but for the Eagles, yeah, we're dealing with injuries. Jason Peters and Jordan Hicks now, it's not a week-to-week thing anymore. They're out for this season. Understood. And that's okay. Because, like I've said in weeks past, we're playing with this next man up mentality that's working. And having Vitae in there and keeping him at left tackle and keeping Lane Johnson over at right tackle is a good idea. And not jumping into free agency and mortgaging our future for a Band-Aid now to contend this year. I think we can contend with the players that we have on our roster. I see some of the adjustments that we're going to make. If you look at some of the unselfish players that we have on this team that's allowed for this to work, I mean, Alshon Jeffrey talked about this a little bit. He's not concerned with his numbers. He's concerned with us winning, so he's going to do whatever it takes for us to win. If you look at the numbers of Brent Selleck, something we haven't even talked that much about this season, but if you look, he's on our team. He's been contributing in ways past receptions and touchdowns. You better believe he's going to be in chip blocking whoever Vitae is blocking. Okay, I'm fine with that. Hicks being out, I see us going to a different kind of defense. And the reason why Jim Schwartz is an effective defensive coordinator, because he's probably going to have Nigel Bradham calling the plays and Michael Kendricks there, and maybe run 3 safeties and bring Malcolm Jenkins down to be a pseudo safety, nickel, corner-ish kind of player, like a wild card. I see that. I see the adjustments for us just to be successful, and then to do what we've been doing all season and put away teams that we are expected to beat and not expected to beat. Who cares what other people are saying? We're doing it this season, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I want to encourage people, and I want to bring people along with this mentality, the changing mentality of the Philadelphia Eagles fan. That no longer are we thinking about what could go wrong, but knowing what can go right and being 100% in the entire way. So this week, I'm going to find myself down at Lincoln Financial Field, hanging out with my Navy buddy, Jermaine. This is a shout out to you, Jello Jermaine. I'm looking forward. Yes, he's a San Fran fan, so show him love if you see him. And I think I'll be in section C26. I don't know how he scored those tickets, but I'm okay with it, so I'm going to go. I'm going to bring a San Fran fan with me, a Navy friend of mine. We're going to have a great time, but I fully expect for my Eagles to be in control of this game and for us to continue, not just to show this league, but to show us what kind of heart we have, no matter what we're going through, and start preparing for what the future has for us in the playoffs and, in my opinion, in the Super Bowl. So this week, let's light them up and continue to win and beat the San Francisco 49ers. So our 6-1 Philadelphia Eagles play the 0-7 San Francisco 49ers. And the theme for this week is, all we do is win no matter what. Yes, Jason Peters, Jordan Hicks is out. You know what? Next man up. All we do is win no matter what, and that's what I expect from my Philadelphia Eagles come 1 o'clock Sunday when we play San Francisco. Go Birds! E-A-G-L-E-S Eagles! Beat San Fran!